are so sweet. Are you looking for a mature pup who is both friendly and very well mannered? Today's Pet of the Week from Austin Animal Center might just be your girl. Volunteer Chantel Wallace is here to tell us more. Chantel, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, so this perfectly well-behaved girl just chilling on the floor is Fauna. We call her breed a joyful potato because she is shaped like a potato and she has so much joy and love, which she's been spreading around the studio this morning. We use her for new volunteer trainings at the shelter with people who have little to no dog experience because she's great with everybody. Haven't tried her with kids, but I'm assuming she'd be wonderful because as you've experienced, she doesn't jump up on you. She's not rowdy. She'd be great in an apartment. You don't need a yard. She just wants to snuggle and be a couch potato, a joyful couch potato.
A joyful couch potato. She came into you though as a French fry. So you guys have worked really hard on getting her healthy.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about her journey?
Yeah, so Fauna came into us emaciated, clearly had been a multiple time mother, but she still had this wonderful, happy personality, didn't hold it against humans for treating her poorly. And then we have more than doubled her in size because she has so many friends that she just gets constant
treats.
She earns
a lot of treats.
She earns a lot of them.
Shelter. That's so sweet.
But I think it's also a good point that for a lot of dogs, the shelter's the best they've ever had it. You know, so many people think, oh, animal shelters are so sad, but for a dog like Fauna, who is just left outside with occasional meals and to fend against the elements, the shelter is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, people love her. She gets regular meals and vet care. So
yeah,
it can be a joyful place for pups.
Well, I'm so glad you mentioned that because so often we talk about the stress that starts to be put on dogs when they're in a shelter for too long. So
Yeah.
while the shelter is a good place to be, we do want her in a forever home. Right?
Absolutely, and she would fit in so many homes. Like I said, good with every kind of person. So she'd be great with if you're a hostess for the mostest, you're gonna have a big Thanksgiving dinner. She would love to greet your guests. And as we see in the B-roll there, she has been used for all of my new volunteers to onboard them at the shelter. And she keeps people coming back. I've had a few new volunteers who are like, I'm literally coming back just to be with Fauna.
Oh, that is so sweet. And it says a lot about her calm demeanor, the fact that she can be with all these different new people.
Yeah.
I would like to ask about other dogs in the home. You know, what would be great? Does she need a lot of space, that sort of thing?
I think she'd be great, honestly. She could probably handle a studio apartment, and she's eligible for foster. So we're here near UT. A lot of UT students are great fosters because they're impermanent in their life, and fostering is cheap because we pay for the vet care, the food, etc. And she'd be great in a small house with if you have house parties, she'd love to join you.
It's a good way. Maybe hang out with some roommates. What do you think of that? Oh, she is so loving, sweet girl. Okay, is there anything else we need to know about adopting her? Basically, how does AAC's adoption process work?
Yeah, well, right now, because we're so full, her adoption fee would be waived, which is a great deal because she comes spayed, vaccinated, etc. And she's in kennel 433, and we're at 7201 Lavander Loop on the east side, open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The weather's amazing. Come out and meet a bunch of dogs. But yeah, you can just come have your adoption fee waived.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So it tells me that you guys are really busy at this time, which means anything can help. What if we can't bring a dog home at this time? Maybe fostering's not an option. Maybe, adoption, full-on adoption is not an option. What can we do?
Well, I was just telling you, I've been a volunteer for 17 years.
I know, and we need to to that. She's the longest running AAC volunteer. Congratulations.
I am, and it's wonderful. I mean, just all that to say, it keeps me coming back for more because you leave there feeling like you've done something really important. The dogs are desperate to get out. They're so bored, so lonely. And if you can even just spend 30 minutes, I usually end up spending about 5 hours, but even if you can just spend 30 minutes, you've made a huge difference in their lives. Even getting Fauna out today. This is going to be the highlight of her day.
Absolutely, and good socialization. So I always want to make sure that I ask about donations because you guys could probably use them, right?
We very much could. So we have an Amazon wish list. Just Google Austin Animal Center Amazon wish list. We have a ton of what we really need are treats and peanut butter.
Okay.
Because that's kind of how we communicate with the dogs. Peanut butter is gentle on the stomach. So we avoid dairy.
And teaching things like house training and all of that stuff, that helps, right?
Exactly. Or just making them feel comfortable. I've made her feel comfortable in this scary studio this morning by giving her lots of treats. So
okay, not hard to help out when it comes to just buying some peanut butter, buy some dog treats. That's
exactly.
Awesome. Okay. I do want to ask about an upcoming event. You guys have some pretty impressive spay and neuter events.
Yeah.
You've just had one. It was hugely successful. You're going to do it again in December and January.
Yes. So Good Fix puts on these mass spay neuter events where they do 1,000 pets over the course of 4 days. So it's 250 pets per day. They cap it. So it's first come, first serve. You can't sign up. But we desperately need volunteers for that. So we have another one coming up at the beginning of December and the beginning of January. And so we'll have those details on our Facebook page, Austin Animal Center Facebook page. But you can sign up to do all kinds of tasks. But also, if you have like a neighbor who you know their pet needs to be spayed neutered, but maybe they don't have a car, transportation is a big limitation for people getting their pets to the vet. Please reach out to them and just be like, hey, I can bring your pet in for a free spay neuter.
Wow, that's incredible. So it is open to the community.
Everybody
but
in
first
Travis
come.
County.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Want to make sure that we get in first come, first serve.
Yes.
And I would like to bring up Fauna just one more time if I can. Will you tell me a little bit about other dogs who might have some sweet demeanor, good place to be no matter where she is? Any other dogs like that you've got right now at AAMC?
Oh my gosh, we have so many good dogs right now. It takes all of my physical strength
Not to bring them
I
all
am
home.
maxed at home, as you can imagine. But we have so many good, easy dogs, and you just have to meet them and fall in love. So
Oh, that sounds good to me. Repeat me one more time, just what your hours are each day of the week.
yeah, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, so
Yes.
people can work a full day, still stop by and maybe see a pup.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good to me, Chantal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Fauna, I hope this is the last time I see you, girlfriend, because I want you to be in a forever home. She's
right.
wagging her tail at that. All right, guys, to adopt Fauna and to see all of the pets currently available for adoption at Austin Animal Center, head to austintexas.gov.